on, Foxy. It's your birthday. Not for real, just for play. This is Cree Summer, and Moana Nui will be right back.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with the Moana Nui Podcast. And we're here with our next interview here at Dreamhack Atlanta. So, start off, when did esports feel like a viable career for you?
It started pretty quickly actually, when I got my first offer, job offer for full time in Germany. It was called Apex, the team, Alternate Apex. I promised my parents to finish my school first. It was really important, because esports is so fast living,
Yes.
everything can happen in a month or two, So back then when I got the offer, I was like, okay, I finished my school right now. I had to talk with my parents, that I should go for it. Maybe, let's see what it brings, because it's just the hobby that I made my job, It's like I love playing Counter-Strike, and then you can make a living out of it, so why not?
Exactly. Very nice. So, how has gaming become beneficial to your mental health?
Actually, gaming is pretty rough mental health-wise most of the time, because there's pressure, there's pressure you put on yourself to perform good and stuff, and especially if, in times where you're not performing good as a team maybe or something, you always have to be strong in the mind, For that, I love to go to the gym, work out. I think that's one of the most important parts for me. Have a walk, maybe just think about, just clearing your head and stuff most of the time helps you a lot. And, also making sure to yourself that you did everything you can, like you prepared the best, you played a lot and whatever, and then you just focus on the game, you're not that pressured.
Okay, that's good to know, especially for people, because whether it's a corporate job or anything, you gotta definitely take care of yourself in that way.
Because most of the time, people from outside see it. You play a game, you can make a good living out of it and stuff. Why you care?
Yeah.
But it's like if you want to be the best and have ambitions and stuff, that's the thing. That then you start to care and stuff,
Exactly.
That's the thing, yeah.
Very nice. Now, how do you balance your personal and professional life?
To be honest, right now I have like 90% professional life.
Okay.
I'm just playing, I'm with my family or with my team in Berlin.
Okay.
I'm living near Frankfurt with my family actually, and that's it. I'm breathing the game every day, and just try to make the best out of it while I can. As I said before, esports isn't a thing you can do with 30, 40 years old. You can't play games probably because they're gonna be younger ones who are more hungry, more talented maybe in that age. And so right now I just try to make the best out of it and breathe the game.
Very nice. Yes. So, how do you think esports have changed the perspective of the world on gaming? Because a lot of people had misconceived notions about gaming of being, it's bad for you and things like that. How do you think esports have changed that perspective to the world?
I think it's, for me, I don't know where it would be without esports, not in life and like job kind of, just more because I met so many friends and all the stuff, after school you play games with your friends. It's like playing football, going out playing football, but if it's a bad weather, what you want to do? You can't play football always, right? So, or soccer, soccer probably, you say soccer, right?
Yes.
In Europe we say football.
We have both.
And like connecting with friends, it's just, you're playing games, but it's not outside, it's not in real life. And then you maybe meet each other once at an event, or maybe you just drive to each other, I got connected to so many great people I probably would never have met in life, if I didn't play games. And I think that's one of the most important part people are more realizing right now, because it's just nothing else, You're having fun, you're having a good time, you connect with people, and I like how it's going in the right way right now.
Very nice. How do you prepare for a major match?
We, as a team, like for me personal, I try to, they're on specific maps in Counter-Strike. We have 7 different maps, and I try to, when I'm playing this bomb set, for example, I try to see, okay, this guy is playing also this bomb set. How is he playing and stuff? I try to prepare for the enemy team on my positions, and then generally I just try to be individual sharp and the mind sharp, going to the gym one day before I always like to do. And as a team, a few hours before the game, we go through stuff, we go through our own stuff, maybe stuff we can do based on the enemy, maybe the enemy team isn't doing that thing good, maybe we can try to kind of abuse it. And we can try to find the gap there and stuff like this. Yeah, but for me personally, being mental ready and also, as I said before, can tell myself that I did everything I could. I played, I prepared the stuff, So in the end, I can just focus on the game and have these thoughts go away.
Very nice. Along with what is your most memorable or exciting win that you've had so far?
There was a win when we played the IEM Rio, it's called, in Brazil. We played our first game on the stage against the Brazilian team, and there were like thousands of people, in the crowd and cheering for them, and we were actually behind as well, I think like 10 rounds behind or something, and then we did a comeback and we actually won the game. That was kind of like, it was a sick experience because we kind of shushed the crowd, they were like so hyped, they were winning and stuff, and we kind of, flipped the game over in this kind of situation, and that was probably one of the coolest wins there.
Nice, very nice. So, what do you do to prepare for a major match?
As I said, I think it's probably the same answer before, because I try to be in the moment, can tell myself that I've done everything I wanted to do, I played, I went to the gym, I prepared for the enemy, and then, then I'm ready.
Okay, nice. So how do you feel esports can become more inclusive in your country?
I think especially in Germany, the government, they don't see esports as a job or as sports. Because it's like in most of the other countries, you can start playing in the national leagues when you're 12 or something. And in Denmark, for example, they even have like Counter-Strike like schools. They have like lessons where they talk about Counter-Strike. Like there's, of course, not in every school, in like specific schools. And in Germany, you have to wait until you're 16 to play in these leagues, and that's a kind of that's a bit of a throwback, because if you're really talented and you're young, you're forced to you can't play. If the country hopefully like sees and recognizes esports as one how do you say it? Just as how it is, like as one, then I think things can get rolling better. I think Denmark is probably the best on this path, like esports. They have schools. They supported even some. Like the prime minister, when the Danish team won the major championships, he was supporting them. He was giving a speech, I think, even on the tournament. Stuff like this. It's really nice to see, and I hope countries, especially Germany, will also do it in the future.
Yeah, hopefully they'll see it as beneficial as a football team or a baseball team or something.
Yes,
especially. It's still sports. It's just a different type of sport.
Of course, exactly.
Another question we have is, what game has kept you engaged the longest and why?
It's Counter-Strike.
Okay.
I never, when I started, my first game kind of was Minecraft. I played a lot.
Okay.
And then I was only into Counter-Strike. I never played another game. Now, because my teammates, they love League of Legends.
Okay.
And they kind of, how do I say, forced me maybe to get a little see how it is and stuff. But I played my game my whole life. I only played Counter-Strike.
Okay. Yeah, it always takes somebody to kind of give that little push. Sometimes it's more of a kick into it and everything. So for those that are watching that would love to support Big on social media and also follow you along in your journey, how can they follow you, Big or yourself on social media?
My name is Crimbo. It's spelled Krimbo as you spell it, as you say it. We play here the ESA Challenger event, Atlanta. It's called. You can find most of the matches on our Twitter, BigClanGG, or on Instagram, BigClanGG. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
That's it.
Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in. We keep abreast of everything that's going here at Dreamhack Atlanta. Definitely follow Big and our other teams here on social media. Any of the ones that catch your fancy, support them and definitely give them all the support, especially doing these games. Giving a couple words of encouragement and everything means the world, especially as you're traveling, dealing with weather, dealing with visas, dealing with all that. It's a lot of hoops that they have to go through to be here. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day. Bye everyone.
Bye.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then, when they annexed Hawaii and called it cedar lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves a republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand,
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if we put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. We will.